changing the things you do or accepting the things you do, because if you don't do one or the other, guess what? You're going to end up being miserable. So what do I mean by either changing the things you do or accepting the things you do? Every one of us has a fault. Some of us have like 100 faults. In fact, let's be honest, a few of us have 1,000,000 faults. The truth is, there's no one who's perfect. You're not perfect, and sadly, neither am I. But there's something that happens, and so for example, it happens to me a lot where I do something wrong. Maybe I react, badly in a situation, or one of my bad habits, like destroying my fingernails. I feel like I should show you. Okay, let me show you the one that is not the worst. There you go. So I do all these things to my nails, and then I start feeling bad. So I let my nail grow. Look at how long my nail can be if I were to actually let it be. I let my nail grow, and then the next thing, I cut it off again. While I'm cutting it off, I'm enjoying it. It feels so good. Once I'm done, I am filled with regret and self-loathing. And I find that as human beings, there's certain things about us that sometimes it feels like we came with. For example, nature. For example, temperament. There are all these things. I mean, there are different theories. People will tell you, oh, you behave like this because you're a last born, or you behave like this because you're a middle child, or you behave like this because your star sign is Scorpio. Just funny things like that. I don't know if you believe in you're born a certain way, but like it or not, there's some things that are just there. Some people, for example, are full of boundless energy. Other people, they're a bit more lethargic. They like to take life, slower. Some people have like a hot temper, right? But then they forgive easily. And other people, it takes a lot to hurt them, but when you hurt them, then they'll never forgive you. So everyone is different, and everyone has K-leg, okay? There's always something wrong. We're not perfect. Got it? Now, how do you then, as a human being, deal with the fact that you're not perfect? How do you handle these things that you do that you don't like? The beautiful thing is, this life has been created to be a journey. This life has been designed to be a journey for you. You're supposed to figure things out as you go along. You don't have all the answers from the beginning. You're supposed to enjoy the process and figure it out, and then you're supposed to work on yourself. If you find, a lot of people say things like, when I was younger, I used to be, if you had met me 5 years ago, this is not how I would have reacted. The benefit of growing up is that you start to learn how some of your bad habits are more harmful, and then you start to drop it. But like I said, you're never going to be perfect. I have met 70-year-old grumpy women. I have met 80-year-old men who don't take care of their families, or who still hate their families, or who have no consideration for their families. Like, there's certain things, no matter how old you are, you're going to have it. So the question then is, if you can't change it, what are you supposed to do? I think you're supposed to accept it. And I'm not saying you should accept bad behavior. I'm just saying that you should be like, I did this. It was wrong. I'm going to learn how to not do it again. But I'm not going to spend every single second in my life worrying about it and castigating myself, if you know what I mean. Like, you have to just learn to let it go, and so on and so forth. So it's a very simple 365 toasting. Either change the things you do, or learn to accept the things you do. And I have spoken for 4 minutes about the wrong thing.